You have your DJI Osmo 360 and your DJI microphone like this DJI Mic Mini, and you would like to pair these two together so you can use the DJI Mic Mini together with your Osmo 360. In this video I'm going to show you exactly how to do that and how you get the best audio out of your DJI Osmo 360. The first thing you need to do that is to turn on your DJI Osmo 360 by pressing the button on the side. When it's turned on, now I'm going to take out one of the microphones from the DJI Mic Mini case. Let's take this one. Now we have the Mic Mini here and we also have the camera. So now we're going to slide down from the top and we're going to select mic, that is the second from the right. After that, we're going to make sure that the transmitter is in pairing mode, and that is done by looking here. Now it's flashing green because it's trying to pair it together with that receiver. Instead, we're going to press and hold this pairing button for about a couple of seconds, all until this LED is flashing blue instead. It takes about 4 seconds, and now after that, I'm going to press here, and now it's going to try to pair the microphone together with the Osmo 360. And now it's paired, and now we can see that we directly got the battery level of this one, that it says that it's 100%. Now we're going to confirm, and now we can see that we successfully managed to pair the DJI Mic Mini to the DJI Osmo 360. And we can also see that we get the audio meter here. Audio actually goes into yellow here. We definitely don't want the audio to go into red, because that means that the audio is being clipped and you can't regain any of that audio, and you can hear that sometimes from audio, and that is just because you don't have set the audio levels correctly. And we can actually adjust the audio level here on the screen, but to do that we need to go out from this screen. So let's tap the X. And now we can see that it's actually bouncing up and down here also at the very top. And to adjust the audio level, we're going to tap this little icon here on the side. So we go into the settings, and here at the very top we now got another setting, that is the microphone. And if you go in here and you don't see the microphone settings, that is just because you're not in the Pro mode. So just tap Pro and then you're going to get access to your microphone settings. And here we can see that we are currently on stereo. Now we are on mono and then we are on stereo. What that actually means is that when we are using two microphones, if we are on stereo, one of the microphones will be recorded to the left audio channel and the other microphone will be recorded to the right audio channel. And that can be good if you have two people that are talking very differently. One is really loud and one is very quiet. Then you can adjust the audio levels from each channel, and then you can merge them together so they both sound out of the same speaker, so you don't hear one from one speaker and one from the other one. If you instead have this on mono, that means that the audio is going to be recorded equally on both microphones. That means that if one of them are talking really quiet and the other one is talking really loud, then you can't do anything about that because they are both baked into the same audio channels. So there are definitely pros and cons of both. Let's keep this on mono because that is my default setting where I always have it if I don't have a specific reason to have it on stereo. And then at the very bottom here, this is where we have the gain. And when you get the microphone, that's actually set to 0. And when you have this one on 0, you can see here that it directly goes into red. And that means that the audio is clipping. Now we can listen to this audio. Now you can hear that it sounds really awful because it's really clipping. You don't want it to clip, because if the audio is clipping, it sounds like this, and this is how it sounds when it's really annoying. So then we need to go in here again. So don't leave this so it goes into red. Go in here, and then you have the transmitter gain. That is the only one we have available now when we are recording. We're going to tap that one. Let's swipe down to -8, for example. Then we can check again. How does it look now? What does it look like? Are we up to red? Yeah, we're still up to red. Okay, it's still too hot. Go in here again. Go down to maybe -12. And now, yep, now it sounds a lot better. Now we are just bouncing up in the yellow and we are not going into red. If we now stop the recording again, and then we go into the settings and into the audio setting again, and here we can see that we also have the noise reduction feature that goes from low, high and off. And that is basically how much you want the audio or the microphone to filter out the noise you have around you. And that is a preference. I usually have it on none or low because sometimes it can do weird things to the audio. And I prefer to remove that in post if necessary. It's hard to do, but I prefer that usually. And here's a bonus tip. You know this link button that you have here? That can actually be used to turn on and off the recording of the DJI Osmo 360. So if you press that one, we actually start recording of the camera, and then we can press that one once again and recording stops. And if you like that little tricks, please consider super thanks, or maybe buy me a coffee. I have a link to buy me a coffee below. The next thing we can do that is to see each other in the playlist up here, because that is the DJI Osmo 360 playlist, and the video at the bottom here, if you don't like the playlist, at the bottom here, that is the video that YouTube recommend you to watch next. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day. Bye.